Good morning, traders. Welcome to our very first edition of the cryptocurrency market analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great start to the new year and wishing you many profits into the new year. All right, so the cryptocurrencies are looking a bit shaky, and those that have got long-term portfolios are starting to panic. So as we've indicated last time, when you look at the market, when you analyze the market, you should not be biased based on the positions that you're holding. You look at the market technically, and the moves that are currently happening, we have predicted these moves are going to happen because that is what the structures were showing us as we're going to indicate. So we're going to recap on what we were looking at in the just before we close and what is happening and what we expect going forward. Before we get started, if you'd like to contact us, you can do so by going on to the description of all our videos on our channel, Trading Waves, that's our channel. If you go under the description of any of our videos, you'll find our contact details. You'll also find links to our social media pages, be it Twitter, Facebook, as well as the link to our brand new website, which is not so new anymore. We have launched this website in November. It is now called trading-waves.com, right? So that is our new website, and if you have got any inquiries, you can do them. You can do the inquiries there. We also post up our chart of the week on the website. You can also check out the content calendar to look at the resources that we offer on the website. I'm trying to make it still there. That is the chart of the week. How do I do that? Okay, so that's the chart of the week, content calendar, blogs and calculators. So that is what we're going to be looking at. But if you're not a member, it will help you to see what we do if you check on the content calendar. Talking about the content, our next course starts on the 7th of February. That's the first course of the year. The 7th of February, you can start booking on the new website. You will get access to the course recordings immediately when you book, and you'll have access to all our services immediately when you book. So that means when we do have one, the live one in February rather, you will be able to interact with us live and ask questions on any areas or modules that you would not have been able to comprehend while watching the videos. All right, so let's get started. Let's get right into it. This is now Bitcoin. We're going to start with Bitcoin. So if you look at the Bitcoin structure, let's look at the bigger structure first before we look at the detail. So this is Bitcoin and how we've been looking at Bitcoin. I'm going to show you the initial view and how it's playing out. So the view on Bitcoin was that we are starting here with a move up here with wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, this being wave 4, and we're looking for this to go now to about 75 and even 100,000. Okay, so we're looking for this one to be a wave 1, a wave 2, wave 3 here, wave 4, and we go for a 5. But what we're seeing here is that wave 4 is not developing as a zigzag. Rather, it looks like it's developing as a flat correction. So we expect that this will be our waveform before any move to the upside. If we're looking for all-time highs on Bitcoin, we should come down to around this level. Unfortunately, that is the level that is a possibility on Bitcoin. We could even come as low as 28,000 or below before we push to the upside, simply because of this structure here. This is what we're looking at on Bitcoin and how this is playing out. Okay, so if you look in the lower degree, you will see that that is showing us continuation to the downside. Let's have a look at this on the 4-hour. So that is Bitcoin pushing lower. So any pullback here on Bitcoin, we're still looking for this one to come down to around this level. So around 30,000, that's what we're going to expect Bitcoin to start showing us a different move, a reversal rather. Right, so let's have a look here on the higher degree structure. I want you to see that chart on Bitcoin. Let's have a look here on the weekly chart. So this is the Bitcoin. Let's have a look at the daily chart. So this is the daily chart on Bitcoin. We just need to get this one updated because we've already broken this level. This is where we are. We're looking for this one to be a wave 4. So this one was indicating to you earlier that this would have been a wave 4, and we'll be looking for this to go for a wave 5. But this is how it's developing. We've got to move back up here. We've already tagged this top here, but we're coming down for this move. So we expect this to come down around this level. The structure will not change. Why do I say the structure will not change? That's because if you look at this wave 4, it will still be the wave 4, only that This is not all the correction, but the correction is all of this structure. So our wave 4 is simply going to be here. So that's why I'm saying the structure will not change. It's simply this flat correction that's going to change here, and we'll be looking for this one to push to the upside. So we just need to update this one here. We've already broken the top here, all-time highs. We're coming down here. Are we going to go as low as 28,000? That is a possibility before we make a move to the upside, and we'll be looking for this one to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. That is Bitcoin, and that is how we're looking at the Bitcoin structure. Now, looking at Ethereum, similar structure on Ethereum. Let's go look at it on the daily. You'll see that it's also making a flat correction at the top here, Ethereum. So exactly the same structure as Bitcoin. Look at this here. So this was the expectation initially, that this is going to be a move up here. This is a wave 2. This is a 3, and this would have been a 4. And we're going to see new all-time highs on Ethereum. But like Bitcoin, the structure has not changed. The only difference is that instead of having this wave 4 here, we are going to have it here, and that will be now a flat correction as follows. So that is what we're looking at Ethereum. So there's nothing scary about this move. So we're looking for Ethereum. Yes, it may come back down as low as about 1,700. Not good for long-term holders because it sends you through panic waves. So let's see how this happens. What happens here when we get to around 1,700 on Ethereum? So we'll be looking for this one to continue lower to around this level. That is Ethereum on the daily. Nothing on the 4-hour because it's just a straight line move to the downside. So you simply just wait for these pullbacks until we get back down to around this level here. 1,608, around 1,700 on Ethereum. So short-term bearish. Litecoin. Now Litecoin, let's have a look at the Litecoin structure on the daily. It is the same structure, still showing us the bearish move, but following the rest of the structures, you'll see that Litecoin, instead of a flat, is giving us a zigzag correction. This is a zigzag correction here. That's the 3 waves to the upside. We're looking for Litecoin to push as low as around 180 or 70 there. So the structure here on Ethereum, or rather Litecoin, is clear with 3 waves here. We've got a pulsing move here. So that's A, that's B. We're looking for this one to come down with an impulse here with 5 waves like that before we talk of any reversal on Litecoin. Right, XRP was promising towards the end of December because we were looking for this to come and tag the all-time highs here. We're looking for this one to have made a move up, a 3-wave pullback, and for this to come tag the top here. But that structure is not playing out like that. So let's have a look at what structure is building up on Ripple. So Ripple has started with a move down, has got an impulsive move here. So we are still looking for this one to be correcting back to around this level. So we can come back to around as low as 0.4, 0.45 before we get a move to the upside, which can be a move like this. So still bearish. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it one wave at a time. We're going to expect this one to come down to around this level. So the structure here, that is a possibility. Let's show that in purple so we can distinguish the colors with my purple color. So that is the purple color. So we're still coming down to around this level. Any bounce here can be kept around this level before we get this last leg here to the downside like that. So that is Ripple. Now looking at the rest of the structures, you can see they're all still bearish. We did not get the moves to the upside. Dogecoin is showing us a 3-wave move down, a 3-wave pullback, and we are still continuing the move to the downside. Still incomplete. We can come back to around 10 cents as far as Dogecoin is concerned before any reversal of the move to the upside. ADA, one of the strongest performing altcoins, has now become weaker as well. We have not gotten a move to the upside, but if you look at ADA, we are still within the structure. We could have this one here coming down here. We could still have another leg to the upside. So just a slight push to the downside and a push to the upside as far as ADA is concerned is still a possibility. But let's see here. The worst that could happen with ADA is if this happens. We've got this as a 3 waves and we come back down to about 0.02 cents. So that is the worst that could happen with ADA, but what we're expecting simply is that this structure plays out and continues to the upside. That is ADA. Solana. Solana still looking for new highs as far as Solana is concerned. You can see this is still impulsive. Any pullback here on Solana will simply be, look at this one here, we'll be looking for a corrective structure similar in size as this one and a continuation to the upside. So we are still pulling back, but overall long-term still bullish across all the cryptocurrencies. And lastly, Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu also the same. We've got a 3-wave move to the upside. This is 1, 2, 3. We are now pulling back here on the weekly, so we'll expect this one to pull back and continue to the upside. Looking at this one on the daily, let's have a look at the lower degree here as far as Shiba is concerned. So on the daily on Shiba, we've got this structure. If you remember, we had this one as a 3-wave move to the downside, 1, 2, 3. Now this looks like a pullback in 3. We could have another 3 waves to the downside, or we could have this one coming down here to make another 3 like this, a pullback up here. So we could still be sideways for a while, building up this corrective structure. But all of this is long-term forecast as far as the structure is concerned. But let's wait, let's take it one wave at a time. Let's see what happens when you get to this level. If we're going to get this bounce to come build the X here before we get a move to the downside and complete this structure here. And that's all I have for you on the cryptocurrencies. If you like what we do, guys, give us a thumbs up, drop us a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and hit that bell notification button so you can get a notification the next time we upload a video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.